Hello, hello, and welcome back for another slippery slog through the haunted hallways and empty estates of Perfidious Manor, as we prepare to walk through a little more darkest dungeon. And fortunately for us, we ain't walking alone down a lonely road, the only road we've ever known, like Billy Joe from Green Day, because we have got a fairly loyal band of seekers to do our walking for us. And they've been walking a pretty long, lonely road indeed of late. We've had them punching monsters, busting shrines, and fetching grain with only their shallow beating hearts for company, trying to get a crew up to resolve rank 5 so we can go take a poke at the 3 remaining bosses. And no, when I say take a poke, I, don't mean sexually assault. I mean just, literally poke at with sharpened implements and bladed weapons. Also, I gotta say, the hamlet's really starting to look pretty perky here. Upgrades are really coming along. This place is shaping up. It's starting to look pretty nice. I mean, look at this. We got, the Abbey's looking strong. Got the lights on and everything. Guild's looking sharp. Blacksmith's looking all right. Sanitarium looks reasonably healthy, actually. Now, of course, the Survivalist is still a shit dump, and the Nomad Wagon isn't looking so hot, but it's a Nomad Wagon. It can move along any day now. It's just we can shoo that right out of this hamlet if we need to sort of increase the land values nearby, but I digress. Anyway, our current path does lead us down through the long shadowy corridors, and if we plan to continue on that path accompanied by our shadows, a slathering horde of reality transcending monsters, and the same 3 goddamn chords that Green Day uses in every song, we are going to need to head down to the embarkation point and see specifically what's waiting around the bend with its thumb out looking to hitch a ride. So let's get to work. We got some guys that are right on the cusp here. Madeline Usher, Randolph Carter, Halfcock Jack, Candy Jade, all just a hair's breadth from becoming maximum resolve rank. Unfortunately, Randy and Halfcock Jack in the sanitarium, so they won't be accompanying us on this mission. We'll have to make do without their fine services. But that's okay, because we've got Roderick Usher and Chrisania ready and waiting on standby if needed. And I think we might take Doctor Strange and Deckard on this one. I really do. Roderick Usher, there's a case to be made for taking him as well, but I think we're going to go with Candy Jade, Doc Strange. Let's say Chrisania and Deckard. Mostly because I want both a Resolve Rank 5 Crusader, but I also want a Resolve Rank 5 Hellion. We're going to need that Hellion when it comes time to fight the Hag, because we're going to need somebody who has Iron Swan. I really think Candy Jade is that someone. So let's head back to the old estate very quickly. We're going to do a couple brief upgrades. We got a pretty reasonable supply of cash here. And while we're at the blacksmith, let's go ahead and get Roderick Usher's final upgrade out of the way. We might as well just take care of that. Same for Chrisania. We can go ahead and get her final upgrades as well. Bang. That's got her sorted. And I believe these guys are all max rank on their skills as well, right? Candy, yep, okay, she's cool. Actually, Candy Jade does not even have Iron Swan. Is that correct, Candy? This is a serious oversight in your training if that's the case. Oh my godness. Oh no. Yeah, that's got to be fixed. So that problem is solved. You have to have Iron Swan, Candy. We can't make do without it. Now I feel compelled to double check everyone, because now I'm wondering, oh god, Doctor Strange also not fully upgraded. Man, I have been remiss in my duties as a steward of Perfidious Manor here. I'm really falling down on the job. Roderick Usher's got things well sorted. What about Chrisania? Let's just make sure she's okay as well. Alright, Chrisania's looking good. Alright, everybody else looks pretty damn well taken care of. Deckard, let's just double check you and make sure won't hurt. You're as upgraded can get for your level. Alright then. So we're going to bring old Deckard. I'd say we were dragging him along through something that's overrated, but we're not actually doing that unless we were going on a veteran mission, which we're not going to do because I don't want everybody dead. So it's going to be Candy Jade, old Rick Deckard, a little bit of Doctor Strange backing him up, and of course Chrisania on drums, playing the Mike Dirt role in this Green Day band, although Green Day only has 3 members, we have 4. I'm going to assume that Deckard is like a roadie. That's why he's lower ranked than everybody else. He's the guitar tech. Do I want to go with Iron Swan, or would I prefer Breakthrough? I think, well, why do I have Barbaric Yop, and why is it highest rank? I never use that ability. Yeah, alright, well, we're going to resort Candy Jade's skills then, so that they're correct in even the slightest. Alright. How long has it been like that? Am I just a completely ridiculous sap, and I just don't pay any attention to what I'm doing at all at any time? I'm going to assume that's the case. That's probably what's happened. Candy, of course, has a love interest in a brothel. That's where Well, that's where Sandman Slim hangs out. Spends a lot of his time in a brothel, and can't say I blame him, but that's why Candy will only visit there. Doc Strange, other than being a bad gambler, is fine. How are his trinkets looking? Good, honestly. They look solid. Oh, yeah, we got to do the puff puff pass thing. Ah, that's a problem, because I think Madeline Usher's in the infirmary. Well, she's not wearing it. Who's got it? Lucy? Nope. Where is the mystery scroll, folks? Where is it? There it is. Alright, the profane scroll. We were looking for it. Puff, puff, pass, guys. Come on, you know the rule. Don't be bogarting the scroll. It's not cool. No bogarting allowed. Not even if your first name is Humphrey are you allowed to bogart. So, some lucky dice for the Jester. Man, that item is really good. And we do have a Jester. I really like it. 4 accuracy, 4 dodge. The damage penalty, honestly, is not that big a deal for a Jester because they don't really hit that hard. We still kind of need to go to the... Ooh, well, we're going to the Warrens. It is an ancestral item. 10 protection, 20% max HP, minus 10 dodge. You know what? I think 10 protection is actually worth considerably more than 10 dodge, and the 20% max HP, that's a real good item, actually. Really good. The fact that it's only 5,000 gold is something of a drawback, but for once, as strange as this may sound, we're actually doing okay on gold. This is a short mission, too. Actually, the fact that it's a short mission is kind of a drawback. That means we won't get a chance to camp. And we do have to complete 100% of room battles. You know what? We can't pass up this relic. We got to go for it. Can't pass it up. It's just too good. So let's grab some food here. We're going to take... We don't need that much food because we can't camp. So let's take... Yeah, you know what? That's probably good. 16 food sounds right. Let's just grab a pair of shovels. We'll go full-on economy mode. Let's take 3 shovels just to be safe. One of everything else. And you know what? We're going to go... We can't afford to go dark on this run because we're not going to get stress relief. So let's take a full stack of torches. That should be plenty for a short mission. I was thinking about doing a full-on dark run for the enhanced loot opportunities, but considering the fact that we won't have a campfire to help deal with our stress, probably better off to just keep it bright on this one. We're coming at this one pitch black style, folks. We want light on our backs, not on our eyes, so we can make sure that Riddick can see what's coming. Of course, he'll just tell us it looks clear, and then when we get chewed apart by a horde of ravenous bat monsters, he'll still say that it looks clear, because Riddick's kind of an asshole. But that's okay, we love the guy anyway.
They breed quickly down
Apart from the creepy hair sniffing, he's a pretty good fellow. And this is possibly the best dungeon layout of all time for complete 100% of room battles. We're just going to walk in a square. And in defense of Riddick for the creepy hair sniffing, I mean, Rhoda Mitchell's real pretty. I'd probably do a little creepy hair sniffing on Rhoda Mitchell if given the opportunity. I can't say I'd be better than him. I really can't. Dr. Strange, check out this box. Stashed heirlooms, we'll take them. 6 crests, we can use them, that's fine. What's in this box, Dr. Strange? Continue. What's in the box? What's in the box? Yeah, that's my pretty wife's head. I didn't really like the bitch that much. She was pretty, but, kind of a bitch. We got surprised by some spiders. The spiders did nothing with that surprise. I'm curious why they failed to capitalize on it, but I'm certainly not going to complain. One of them is now dead, thanks to a nice stab to the face from old Doc Strange, and I have to assume that Deckard is just going to finish this guy off. Well, here we go. Look out, spiders! Oh, we just stepped on them. Not the reaction I personally would have to spiders. As for me, deadly afraid of spiders. And when I say deadly, I actually mean deadly afraid. Often worried that spiders will frighten me enough to stop my heart. I really, really am scared of them, folks. Really. I mean, seriously, I have a phobia. It's a serious problem. I often will make other people kill them for me because I'm that scared. Doesn't matter how big the spider, doesn't matter how small the spider, all of them reduce me into a weeping, quivering blob. 60% trap defense for Deckard. 50% for the good Dr. Faustus. And 60% for Candy Jade as well. You know what? Since Deckard has a habit of jamming his face into these face first, he has less stress, though. Let's have Deckard do it. In case things went wrong, Deckard's more able to absorb the stress than Candy at the moment, so seemed like the wise move. We have medicinal herbs. Yeah, we're going to go for the stress relief here for Candy. Moonshine Barrel, get rid of it all, my dear. Oh, it's the buff. Never mind. You know what? I'm not going to object to getting plus 30 damage. It's not a thing I'm going to be, oh, I only got plus 30 damage instead of stress relief. I'm not going to make that complaint. 30, yeah, the extra 30% damage is going to pretty much ensure that this mission goes off without a hitch. So, yeah. Whatever we're fighting up here is probably Yeah, it's probably boned. It's probably boned harder than Pamela Anderson was on that boat with Tommy Lee, which was a pretty hard boning. And if you want videographic evidence, trust me, it exists. Feel free to go watch it. 2 more spiders. Wow, this is, yeah, these are problematic foes. I, of course, say that, and then Doctor Strange immediately fails to get a kill. Less than impressive, Doc says. I mean, seriously. I expected more from the Sorcerer Supreme. Fortunately, Candy Jade was there to just completely kill one twice over. Show you how it's done. Because that's how it's done. Ah, a sack of bones. Holy water goes on this? Yep. Yeah, you know, I'll take it. Paid for the holy water, if nothing else. We got 500 gold for that onyx. The holy water cost us 250, so basically it was 250 gold plus the heirlooms. So in that game, I'll take it. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Not going to complain. Not a lot of room battles, but we are getting quite a few hallway battles. Another trap. Deckard, still you, buddy. Well, there you go. This is why we had him do it. And how much stress did he get off of that? Not inconsiderable amount, actually. That's a little unfortunate. We're going to have a fight here. Our light level's fine. Just going to check, make sure we were maxed. We got the surprise. These dudes are never even going to get a swing. This fight is over. Yep, so Deckard getting some of that stress back with a nice critical for us.
A singular strike.
It was, in fact, a singular strike. Well observed, Mr. Narrator. Well observed. Doctor Strange's strike, slightly less singular, but that's okay. You know what? Let's just, yeah. We'll go ahead and hack there. These guys are never even going to get a turn. Chrysania, go ahead and kill that guy. I killed him over the Bone Soldier, or the Bone Conscript, rather, because the Bone Conscripts have a lower speed. We're more likely to act before them, which is exactly what happened. And the enemy is gone. Never even got to swing. Deckard even picked up some of that stress he got back from shoving his face into a trap. Good Doctor, if you would, check out that pack. It contains loot. Of course it does, because Doctor Strange is the one that looked in it. It can only have loot or good things when Doctor Strange... Doctor Strange does not find bad things in mysterious sacks. Hunger, not really a problem. Didn't get any healing out of that because we were already topped off. That's... yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but we can deal with it. 89. Should be no fighting in this room anyway. Yep, that was sort of an extraneous torch, but onward we go. Another trap. Deckard. There you go. He got this one. Continue on then. Another trap. A lot of traps in this dungeon. Gotta say, a lot of traps in here. That's okay. Deckard's doing a fine job on the traps. He's getting a lot of practice, I guess. It's really paying off. He's been working with his lockpicks and training in the off-season. Of course, he has been pursuing a number of replicants lately, and they are prone to hiding behind locked doors when you have to unlock the secrets of the artificial intelligence and unlock the very depths of their minds and souls. Of course, a regular physical tumbler lock. Not a challenge anymore once you've delved the depths as deeply as Rick Deckard has. Also, seriously, if you spend like 4.5 hours talking to Sean Young, that's going to affect you markedly for the rest of your life. I mean, you're going to know that... holy shit on a stick.
The greater the glory.
Fuck pickles, that was a mighty wallop there, Deckard. No shit, Mr. Narrator, it was a fucking monstrous blow. Also, we got the stun. This guy may not even get a swing. I'm, in fact, pretty sure he's not going to get a swing. 18 damage and a huge bleed on him from Candy Jade. A little bit of judgment. I'm not going to try and stun him again. 1, he's already stunned. 2, we're not going to get that lucky twice. 11 damage out of old Deckard. We're still going to get him. We got plenty to work with. And that's fatal damage because he has 10 points of bleed on him, I think. Oh, nope. One of those bleeds didn't work, but that's okay. Doctor Strange is here to finish it off. So the Corpse Eater and the Swinotar got surprised and as a result never even got to go. And wow, the camouflage cloak is real good. Gold, of course, also to be had, and I'm not going to say no to it. This camouflage cloak, 15 dodge, -4. The accuracy penalty, admittedly, is not fantastic, but this would be a wonderful item for a Jester if you had him going for a stress build where it was all buff song and stress relief song. They would be basically unhittable. And I'm going to go to this last room, actually, for the... even though there is a fight in between them, we've got potential loot here, and I don't think we've yet paid for our provisioning. We've come close, pretty close. We've actually probably just about even, but not quite over the hump. Makeshift dining table. I don't recall what goes on the dining table. You know what? Let's see what a torch does. Nothing. Do we want to... yeah, sure. Doctor Strange has no stress. Everything's already eaten. You know, that's... if you're in a dungeon and your biggest concern is that everything's already been eaten off the dining table, that's probably not really a concern. We're leaving that alone, because without medicinal herbs, that's just going to give us a whole buttload of stress. So we'll just avoid that altogether. Doc Strange is going to kill himself a maggot and get us some stress relief. A little bit of cheap 10 stress reduction from the doctor with a nice critical there. Deckard. You could probably kill that. Nope, not quite. Thanks for letting me down, buddy. Always appreciate it. Little grave nibble for Chrysania. Not a problem. Although, she got 5 stress from that, really? And the spitter has dodged. Alright, well that sucked. And we've resisted. Okay, these guys are dead then. Candy Jade gonna get back that 5 stress, I have a feeling. Yeah, and 9 extra for herself. One might say that's a little greedy on Candy's part. I say she's just doing a good job. And 4 stress relief from Deckard for the kill. Onward we go. That's it for fighting. The rest is just a barrel we don't want to interact with and a sack of loot that we're gonna have Doctor Strange take a peek inside. Well, the extra room turned out to be worth a whopping 50 fucking gold. Not even enough to buy a single torch. Possibly a waste. But still, overall, we reduced our stress and we picked up a nice blue cloak, as well as some EXP and this delightful orange, and of course the mission rewards as well. So all in all, a highly successful little trip into the dungeon. If a short one, still highly successful. Anybody make rank 5? Oh, no. Candy Jade is just... Oh, she's so close. So close. She needs 7. What about Deckard? Deckard is pretty much the whole way short. He needs 32. He did become a fast healer, though, and that's something to boast about. Doctor Strange picked up a nice case of the fucking rabies. That's terrible. He's also still, 18, 16 away. That's not bad. Chrysania, she's still got a long way to go. She's a slayer of beasts. I have a feeling we're going to have to put Doc Strange in the old sanitarium there. Rabies. For some of our units, rabies would not be a problem. It has accuracy penalty, really. The bonus damage is actually the good part of rabies, but for Doctor Strange, who already kind of suffers from accuracy issues, probably going to not want to keep rabies around. We do have some other folks who need to go back in, though, for quirk problems. Like Soft sucks. Guilty Conscience. We kind of want to get rid of Sauce. Also, Randolph Carter, didn't you have something we need to get rid of? Not really, actually. You're prone to bleeding, but that's not really a big deal. Madeline Usher has every fucking mania in the world. Slow reflexes has got to go. That was something we got to get rid of. So, Madeline Usher, in you go. You're part of our A-team. We can't have you with slow reflexes. That simply will not stand. Candy Jade was fine. Doc Strange, are you still rabid? Nope. Rabby went away. Rabies? He got rid of rabies that quickly. Very impressive, Doctor Strange. Clearly, Doc Strange has been vaccinated then against rabies. We don't need to get rid of Bad Gambler or anything. Technomania and God-fearing. Neither of those is really a huge problem. Oh, Chrysania had one we wanted to get. Yeah, Diurnal. That's got to go. So, before we do that, however, of course, Chrysania. Puff, puff, pass, Chrysania. Puff, puff, pass. That scroll's got to come back. Looks like we're going to have to take Lucy Pevensey out on our next mission. And Lucy's going to need that scroll. You, in the meantime, why don't you get rid of Diurnal, because that sucks diggity-dong. So that's got our sanitarium taken care of. Does anybody need stress relief? Anyone at all? Look at this, man. Everybody is rip-snorting ready to go. Nobody with more than, well, except for Randolph Carter, nobody has more than 1 pip of stress. That's pretty damn impressive. Randy, you guys still need upgrades on your armor? Well, let's get that. Oh, you were in the sanitarium. That's why. That's fine. We'll take care of that as well. And don't ask me why I don't just drag new heroes over there. I understand how the mechanic works. I'm just dumb. And this is the way I keep doing it because it's the way I've always done it. Don't expect me to learn at this late date, folks. I'm like an old dog. I don't learn new tricks. Anything Randolph Carter won't do. He's anemic. Dark Temptation. Demon. Not really. Demonomania. Yeah, you know what? Let's send Randy to the bar and get him wasted. It's a nice, cheap stress relief for Randolph Carter. We can have Doctor Strange fill in for him next time because Randy, he's going to make rank 5 on his next mission. He's only 7 short. Alright then, does anyone else need anything? Anything at all? Let's resort our troopers now that Deckard is a whopping rank 4. Actually, since Deckard has been promoted, yeah, we do need to do some stuff. We need to upgrade Deckard's skills all the way to the breach, and we're going to pump him up with new weapons and armor as well. Let's keep the upgrades coming, folks. Keep them coming. Brienne of Tarth right on the cusp as well. Probably take Brienne on our next mission if we can find a way to wedge her in. Not anything else to do on this one, though, so I think for now I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us, and I fear we're probably coming close to the end of Darkest Dungeon play. As soon as we beat our last 3 bosses, we will probably hang up our dungeoning shoes until some new content comes out with new dungeons. A couple new classes coming. Red Hook has hinted that those should be out in the immediate future, and it's not out of the question that they'll be released before I finish up. But again, in the event that it's not any new content available before we complete all 3 of the remaining bosses, we'll probably hang Darkest Dungeon up, maybe move on to another series to be our 3-time-a-weeker. But that, that's still in the future, so just keep an eye out. If you'd like to make sure you catch every episode of Darkest Dungeon, consider subscribing as well. Like I said, we do these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. For now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.